No one talk to me until we start filming.
I got you.
Me.
Method acting.
There
we go.
I thought about busting in here and being like this. Like, no, don't look at me.
Just put glasses on. Just
Don't talk to
wear
me.
the fucking hoodie from the Masked Singer or whatever.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to your new greatest podcast of all time. I am your host, Dougie McDoubles, and today next to me is the greatest co-host of all time, Ray McFlurry II. How you doing, my friend?
Great.
Dude,
I'm great.
I'll tell you why I'm great. We have one of the coolest podcast guests of all time. Let me tell you, they have seen the evolution of Doug, the evolution of Ray, the evolution of Hartford itself. We're back with Hartford Has-Beens. Part 2.
No, we're not. It's cartoons.
Nuh-uh.
We're talking about Roadhouse, motherfucker. What are you talking
I thought
about?
it was... For those that don't know, Doug is Ionized Doug, like I said, and next to me, the long hair man indeed is Ray, and we have one of the greatest guests of all time, someone that has seen the evolution of Doug, the evolution of Ray, the evolution of Hartford themselves, the evolution of Roadhouse. We have Mr. Brad in the building. How are you, my friend?
I thought this was going to be about Shark Tank.
Oh, no. I can do another intro if I need to.
I think we should do a deep dive on
Shark Tank?
Shark Tank. No. Let's do Roadhouse.
Let's change it up again.
It's just going to be another blend.
It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're doing that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have known Brad for over a decade easily. He has been a huge part of our lives in our childhood and our high school careers. And it is an absolute pleasure to have you in the studio and on the podcast for Saturday Morning Cartoons because, my friend, you have been here from the beginning of Just Doug, of Ray, of Saturday Morning Cartoons, of the other failed podcasts, of Ray's, of mine, of y'all's. You've been here for
many failed podcasts.
Yeah.
Through the years.
It has been a absolute pleasure to have you here, man.
Well, thank you.
Thank you so much for coming by.
We actually started, while the setup and stuff, we were talking. It's been a good time already.
I know.
Yeah.
I love
that's it. That's the end.
Yeah.
That's
I will
it.
see
Now
you
let's
guys
talk
next
about
time.
a shitty movie.
Yeah. Patrick, roll it. No. Man, we are having you here today because you have said, nay, demanded that we do an episode on Roadhouse. And
after years of trying.
Yes.
After years of trying to get him on for one.
You finally said, I want it. I want to be on it. Not only do I want it Roadhouse, I want to be on it to talk about it. And he came like a sharp dressed man. He said Roadhouse, but looks like Miles Teller in Top Gun Maverick. And
which also was a great movie.
Also was a really good movie.
So good.
Goodness gracious. But yes, we are here for Roadhouse. I saw it. It's straight on Amazon Prime. Everyone go watch it. Jake Gyllenhaal did a really, really, really weird and great job.
Yeah, he kind of phoned it in a little bit.
He was a little bit fucking creepy.
But also, I don't remember Patrick Swayze being a serial killer.
Exactly.
Killer vibes.
Yeah, exactly. I remember halfway through, maybe right at the very end where he hit that in the trachea. I didn't realize we were watching Dexter. We were watching Dexter, and he was just like... I just broke it. Now you can't breathe.
Yeah. That was Reacher shit. That was not fucking... That was not...
And he was like, so let me preface this.
Okay.
I have notes for this podcast. Okay? Because I don't want to forget anything I want to say.
Okay.
The movies I like are things like Peanut Butter Falcon. Love it. Things like The Joker.
Yes.
Okay, are things like maybe my favorite movie, Good Will Hunting.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
These are the movies I like. Roadhouse is not that kind of movie.
No.
But Roadhouse has changed my life. And I'll tell you I'll tell you why.
Where could you possibly be going?
I'm really excited for this pyramid scheme.
Okay, yes, actually.
We're in Hawaiian shirt.
There we go, yeah.
So
got us comfortable
So
with the
this
props.
is what happened. I learned about the Roadhouse movie, the Roadhouse remake, because I was watching UFC.
Yes.
And Jake Gyllenhaal came out
in the octagon.
Yes, he came. Well, first he came out in the weigh-in.
Yes.
Looking juicy as all get out.
Yeah, dude. I
was like,
I thought we were doing Southpaw too.
Yeah, I was like,
what?
I was like, what in the world is going on? And then, Connor was like, this is from my movie Roadhouse or whatever he said. I can't do his accent. And it's gotten worse.
Well, after seeing Roadhouse, he can't do his accent anymore. So it's okay.
Yeah. Did you guys see that interview he was in where he was like, just like doing that? Do you remember that?
He was really method acting.
He
really...
he's really on coke.
When Noxie's on the job, it's over, baby.
Hey, by the way, speaking of Jake Gyllenhaal, I started watching or listening to another podcast, the Pat Bev
Yes.
With Roan?
Yes.
Okay, so I was scrolling online, and Roan was telling a story about when he went to the Roadhouse premiere. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
He said I went to the bathroom, and he said, and Jake Gyllenhaal walked into the bathroom, opened up a book. He went to the urinal, opened up a book, took a big hit of cocaine, and then walked out the door. But before he did, he said he looked at Ronan and said, "Tell whoever you want, no one will believe you."
Jesus.
And I thought, okay. And then Connor's doing this, like, on the podcast, and I'm like, okay, what's going on? But okay, yeah. So it changed my life. Oh. Here's how. So I see him, right, and he's looking juiced to the gills.
Sick, looking great.
He's looking crazy, right?
Handsome man.
He's looking crazy. And I chop it up to he's a movie star. No one's testing him. Mm. He's on some roids, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm having a game night at my house one day, and I have one of my friends. His name is Chris, and he's a personal trainer. And I was like, "Have you seen Jake Gyllenhaal lately?" Mm. I was like, "That guy is on the roids." And then he was like, "No, I haven't seen him. Let me look at him." And he looked at him, and he said, "That is completely attainable naturally." Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, "Are you serious?" And he's like, "Yeah, you can do it." Yeah. And he was like, he was like, "Yeah." And then he told me how to do it. So guess what? I'm like trying my best. I don't think I'm ever going to get there. But dude, it's changed like it broke my my perspective of reality. Yeah. That could happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's a lot of interviews with like personal trainers that I've seen of them being like, the first thing people want when they come in is like, what's the body you want? And it's like Brad Pitt from Fight Club.
Oh yeah, heck yeah.
And then each trainer like has been like, every time I've seen it, it's just like, get out of my shop and come in and try again. Because you will never. Yeah. Brad Pitt was passing out on set. Like yeah. And then Tom Holland came out during an interview with him and Gyllenhaal. Mm-hmm. And Gyllenhaal left, and they were talking about training. And he was like, "Yeah, I went with Jake Gyllenhaal, and I'm very competitive. Okay, I'm very competitive." And we went for like 4 hours of doing something, and Jake was like, all right, enough warming up, let's just get into it. And Tom was like, and he's like, and I didn't tell him, but like I was roasted, I was done. And then we went for another 4 hours of doing incline on the hardest level, and then he was like, let's just do like another mile, and I went, let's just do another 3.
Yeah, why not? Hey,
and then I left because I had to go do press, and I got done my press, and he was still working out, and we were doing. They were doing like the Spider-Man 3. He wasn't shirtless in that.
No.
Not in the slightest. He was just in character. He was just working out, being Jake Gyllenhaal. God. That just goes to show how insane he is. He's crazy. One, but also how he probably was training for that.
Oh yeah.
By then.
Yeah.
He already knew he had Roadhouse 2 by then, probably. You know what I mean?
That's the thing with it. He's got such a craziness in his eyes that I'll believe anything you tell me about Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah. Like, he's the
Coke
new
in the bathroom.
He's the new Nick Cage. Where people are like, "Do you hear about the story about Nicolas Cage?" And they're like, "No." But
he's so crazy. Anything you say about it.
When he's talking to the cop, when he was like, "I'm angry," he's just like laughing. I was like, dude, that's like something a cringy kid in high school would say right before he got beat up. But if you saw an adult man say that in a bar,
he was charging his key, bro. He was ready to go.
You weren't there, like you weren't a part of that. You would still leave the bar. Like that's just like a. Oh no! Oh, this is bad. This day, like I'm gonna get hurt.
Yeah.
Hey, bud, calm down. Snap my arm. Like it's like, that man's gonna see black, and that's it. He's just,
dark. Exactly.
He played it really fucking creepy.
Yeah.
Really unsettling.
He did. Well, have you guys seen? You haven't, but have you seen Nightcrawler?
Yes.
No, he played it just like that, where he was like, exactly. Nightcrawler, dude, is like, it's kind of. It's kind of like, dude, it's a thriller movie. It's like, it's how a thriller movie should be done. Like, and I'll never forget, like, if you want to win the lottery, you gotta buy a ticket. Like it's wild.
His voice and the way he perceives himself in that movie. Yeah, I can see that.
It's creepy, dude.
I can see that.
It's creepy. So he played it just like that, and like for that movie, he was like real skinny.
Yeah,
like, and like he would say like, I just ate kale and ran 10 miles every single day. It was like, what a life is that?
I was just miserable.
Yeah. But if you're getting paid millions of dollars, I guess you could do anything.
Oh yeah. For give me
$1 million.
Yeah, give me a mill. Watch me look like Gyllenhaal for $1 million.
Yeah.
Oh, easily I could do that.
Yeah.
For the mill.
For the mill.
Yeah.
It takes a
job, yeah.
Yeah, that discipline alone.
Was a job.
Yeah, exactly.
That discipline alone will get really down for a second. I'll look at my phone and see the $1 million and be like, yeah, that's right, back to work.
Yeah, back to work we go.
I want to talk about in Roadhouse the nice biker. The one that he didn't kill.
Usually those characters annoy me so much, bro. But he made me giggle every time.
Yeah,
every time he said something, it was just a genuine
good luck with the violence.
Yeah.
I thought when he drove past him on the truck, I thought Gyllenhaal was gonna just attack, like just jump and tackle him and just get him. I was like, oh, like I was expecting the jump scare and let him drive off. I was just like, good for you, man.
Yeah, because he's like, well,
I just like to ride bikes.
Yeah, I just like to ride bikes. And that's the thing. He's like, it's not because like that's where I'm from. I'm from Florida, and my grandparents are bikers. Mm-hmm. So it's not safe to like ride motorcycles there unless you're with a group.
Yeah.
So he's just like, I just have a passion for riding bikes and like crazy crime is the only way I can get it.
Even when he went to go fight Gyllenhaal the first time, like he went, oh
yeah, he's like, man. I really have to.
I don't want to do
this.
Yeah. Oh, my
because if I don't, then they're gonna beat me up, and then I can't ride my bike, which is the only thing I got going on in my life.
Yeah, literally. They're not really my friends, but like I like riding with them.
Exactly.
It's cool riding in a group.
Yeah, exactly. And then like for the rest of the movie, because he was like, how far is the nearest hospital? He's like, I'm at 25 miles. For the rest of the movie, it was like, hey, there's a hospital about 25 miles
don't worry
away.
about it. It's just right down the
good.
Yeah, it's like, there's 25 miles, so it's stuck. But yeah.
I've never seen, like, don't get me wrong, I understand why the good guys turn bad, or that, like, I understand his reasonings behind him flipping that switch. But, like, in my head, they should have gave him a better reason than the bookstore burning down. In my head. I don't know why. I just felt like
you didn't think that was good enough.
That wasn't a turning point, man. Like that wasn't a good turning point to get him to murder and just get everyone. You know, like if they would have like beat up the white boy, I can't think of the other guy's name, the random guy that was the new bouncer, him and his friend.
Yeah.
If they would have like got him up, or if Knox would have really fucked him up or something, I could see something like that happening.
I kind of liked it because it showed they really went out of their way to fuck with him.
Yeah,
exactly. They only had to see him like around the bookstore. So
You're
it was like
right.
a real specific message.
He even said, he was like, you know what? I was leaving.
Absolutely.
You got what you wanted.
Yeah.
I think they could have done it like he was at the boat getting his bag or something like that, and the girl that gave him the coffee could have been like, hey, so-and-so's in the hospital. They found, like, they got him, and then he'd just be like, just be quiet, and him just all silent, just like the white noise, and him walking out the hotel hall, or the hospital hallway, the girl talking to him, and then him just going to,
just thinking it shouldn't have been on his way out of town.
Yeah, he was like, I was already leaving, and then I got a call, or I had to go. Then I had to go to the hospital. It's like, oh, you found your buddy? He's like, I did. Yeah. Something like that, because he didn't deserve that. The bookstore obviously didn't deserve it either, nor did the girl or the dad. But it didn't feel.
Well, imagine how mad you have to be to. I assume because he walked there. Remember?
Yeah.
Like, how mad do you have to be to walk
all the way
miles?
Yeah.
Several miles.
And then still the first thing you do is you kill somebody.
You mean like 25 miles from the hospital? Imagine if you did that. Imagine if you just walked 25 miles from the hospital and was just like...
Because he was at the bus stop, and you got to think like the Roadhouse is probably pretty far, because someone's like, hey, do you want to, do you want to ride?
It's like 10 miles. Yeah, probably.
And no, I'll just walk.
Yeah.
And so that's how he's so lean. He walks everywhere.
No shit.
And so and then he's so mad that he just slays someone right away.
Yes.
By punching them in the neck. Which, by the way, I feel like I've punched people in the neck before.
Can I be honest? I've done that I've done that once in a fight, and the adrenaline of myself was fine. When I got home, the panic, and I'm a huge pussy. I don't fight. I'm not a Billy Badass. Like I'm not. When I got home, tears came out of my eyes because I left that dude on the ground and his buddies were grabbing him. I was like, did I just fucking kill somebody? Because I was like, whatever happens if you do that? What happened?
Yeah.
And seeing that movie, I went,
I wonder if that guy's still.
Oh, he's alive. No, he's fine. No. He's perfectly fine.
I found him on Facebook right after.
No, I've seen him multiple times in Walmart.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, multiple times since.
And you always look at each other like.
No, we've shaken hands. We've been like, hey man, how crazy was that night? Yeah. Our generation was the last generation of being like, we don't have that much beef anymore. Yeah. But also like, I grew up where. If you run ones, you fight, like the loser has to roll a blunt. And you gotta help them up after. If they get on the ground, you back up, you let them back up. Like, if they're knocked out, you take care of them. If they're about to get back up, you help them up after the fight's over.
And it's one-on-one.
If something goes awry and the other two groups, like, you want to go, they won't go around them. They'll go at each other. And then it'll be a group thing, but it's always, it's never 2-on-1 unless you beat your opponent and then you see your homie losing. In a group, never in a one-on-one. If you see your homie losing, you have to let him take his L. But if like one homie's down, you beat one guy, you see one guy losing, you grab that dude from behind, you let him hit one a couple times, throw him down, then you go. Because 3 shots to the stomach is...
Oh, yeah.
You're done. You can't breathe. You think that he just ruptured 7... he cracked all your ribs. Like, one good one, you're out for a solid 4 minutes. Not even... You can't throw punches. You don't have you don't even know how to move your arms at that point.
Trying to call your time out, bro.
Yeah.
You're just trying to breathe again.
Yeah.
You know.
Absolutely. Jake Gyllenhaal was the best in that movie. He was so crazy.
Yeah, he was.
He
was nuts.
I was fine with it.
He was nuts.
I like how they started his character off like they showed you how dangerous he was by not having a fight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
That was an interesting choice.
Yeah. I like that. I hated the CGI fight with Post Malone. I thought that was that was really bad. I don't know if it's a new style that they're doing.
Yeah,
it needs time.
That's actually on my notes, like the CGI, the bad CGI, because and I'll be honest with you, it didn't take me out of it.
Yeah,
until the truck. The truck is what took me out of it. Yeah. And I was like, the truck looks really bad, but I'm kind of having a good time with this movie.
100%.
Because it's not a good movie, but it's fun.
It's not a bad movie.
It's a fun movie to watch.
Ray and I have seen a lot of movies last year. Let me tell you, I watched Roadhouse 4 times since.
Yes, I've watched Roadhouse a few times.
And I watched it once strictly just, and I skipped it till Conor McGregor came into the film.
Exactly.
Because he was not good.
He wasn't.
He wasn't good.
He was not good.
He was better than Madam Web.
Oh. I still haven't watched it. I refuse to watch it.
You're not missing it.
No.
Yeah.
Let's nobody. Wait till it's free on HBO. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, it's free now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Then don't watch it.
Yeah,
wait till it's like pirated on Twitter. Just go on Twitter and be like, hey, here's the full movie of Madam Web. Then just watch like the first 5 minutes and be like, wow, that was enough.
That's really a shame because I do like her. You know what I mean?
Oh, no. I love Dakota Johnson. But we talked about Peanut Butter Falcon in a clip where it was just like, how great was that movie?
That movie is so good.
I know you have a lot of notes left. I wanted Conor McGregor, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
You showed me the, number one, the cutest video of all time. And you said it changed your life, but as you were saying, but it changed your life completely because now you're just going to hear that for a good 8 months from your children.
Oh, yeah. And she's never seen the movie. She's
just imitating you.
Yeah, I did it one time.
I also forget that you're not like me, so that makes logical sense why your child wouldn't see that movie. I was like, almost out loud, I almost went, wait, why not? And I was like, oh yeah, because they're children. That's
she's 5.
Yeah, no, I forgot. Yeah. You're like Ray. You're wholesome. Yeah. You have kids. You have to think about that. I'm like, I was like, my cat's. Well, I got stoned on the couch and watched it. My cat's love it.
Right? Yeah.
I was like, what? We're different than our parents, or like who raised us, because like With my father, I watched like Hustle and Flow.
Oh,
when I was in the 3rd grade.
Yeah.
And like the Ray Charles biopic that Jamie Foxx did where his brother drowns in a bucket. And like I watched that shit at 7 years old.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I'm like, Ruby will never see like
stuff like this.
I skipped the Dragon Ball Z episodes with blood. Like I only show her the filler. You know,
yeah.
like that type of shit.
Yeah.
Dude, like, sometimes because it's not just me, like my wife is really watching what she takes into.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And so like my wife won't let me watch the later seasons of Boy Meets World whenever Eden's there. Yeah. And it's like I'm like, oh, it's Boy Meets World. And she's like, yeah, but watch the ones when she's a kid.
Yeah.
You know.
But it is Boy Meets World, so no.
Yeah. But yeah, so I did it one time to make my wife laugh, and then my kid thought it was hilarious. And now she just walks around like this and says, "Where is everybody?" And not Connor's accent, but you know, just like
in Knox's accent.
Yeah, in Knox's accent, by the way. And so that guy. Okay, so Connor, not good.
No,
he's basically himself.
Yeah,
like press conference him turned up to a lot.
It's if they didn't drug test for the UFC fully.
Yeah.
Connor it was a filler episode for Connor.
Yes, exactly. I'm not even sure he knew he was in a movie.
Yeah, he just thought he was hanging out with Jake Gyllenhaal. He thought Jake Gyllenhaal said something to him, and he was just like, I was in Italy, and I heard someone said Jake Gyllenhaal said, I am a pussy, so I have to go.
So I got all my friends, and we flew there immediately to wreck the bus he was on.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. But you cannot tell me.
The original villain was actually Josh Brolin. Conor McGregor beat him up, and then that was just on set.
Okay. I thought you meant for the first one, which I have never seen. And let me tell you something. To all you who say I should see the first one, no. I'm not going to. I'm going to see this one and this one only.
I attest to that only because I didn't see the first. I didn't see the Kurt Russell thing. I saw the prequel.
Yeah.
And it was so gosh darn bad. And the CGI was so horrible. He's not gonna watch it. Handsome guy's not gonna watch this. The thing was so bad I would have expected Dallas to be in it.
Okay. Oh gosh.
I love him to death. Haven't seen a single thing he's in. He doesn't know my podcast. Probably doesn't have me as a friend. But it's okay. I love you more than anything, and I miss you. Hope you're doing very, 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 very well.
I think he is.
Yeah, I can only imagine. But
it would be.
Yeah, no kidding. But that movie, man, is just
the original Roadhouse.
Yeah. No, the thing. The thing movie is so bad that I didn't want to watch the original. I've seen the first Roadhouse with Patrick Swayze.
Oh, you have?
Yes. Yeah. Completely different.
Yeah.
First of all, not one roundhouse kick. The roundhouse kick was it's
Roadhouse.
Chuck Norris.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Our generation of people probably have more of a connection with Roadhouse from the Family Guy.
I was just about to say, they know more of Peter Griffin going Roadhouse.
Yeah.
And they know of
that's why
else.
we
and
know
that
Roadhouse.
Breaks my heart.
The funny thing is that my dad has he had the funniest take. Well, actually, it wasn't funny, but it ended up funny. Before this Roadhouse came out, he was like, you know, everyone's saying, they're remaking everything. He said, just watch the movie. And then if you don't like it, you still got the first one. You still got the original. Like, just be happy.
Exactly.
And then the movie came out and he said, it's awful. It's the worst. I hate it so much. And I was like, just like the first one.
The switch up so bad.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He was like, it's the worst.
Yeah.
He's like, watch the first one. This one's awful.
My mom had watched it a couple of days before I did, and my dad had watched it in California, and I called him and I was like, hey, I finally watched Roadhouse, and he goes, what'd you think of it, Bubba? And I went, what'd you think of it? And he started laughing. He goes, yeah, about the same.
Yeah,
I said,
exactly.
I don't remember Patrick Swayze being a serial killer. He goes, he's too pretty for it, son. He's better than that. Yeah. I was like, Conor McGregor. He goes, son, I really hope you be an actor one day.
Yeah.
Be better than that. No,
right.
I appreciate that.
There you go. You can't tell me, though, Connor wouldn't fit in with the Fast franchise, though.
Oh, no, I highly expect that to be in the final movie.
He'll be in there somehow.
Final?
Oh, did you
that thing's never gonna die.
No, did you Vin Diesel finally said this will be the part 2 of Fast 10 will be the official last one because I think personally
pisses me off.
Really?
I think personally because during Tokyo Drift, the reason he appears in that cameo is because whoever owns that, they gave him for that cameo the entire rights of the Chronicles of Riddick.
Oh.
And so he made the third one in the midst of them doing, I think, Fast 5 and 6. And so, Fast.
Yeah, exactly.
4 and 5. That's what it was. Yeah. Pre Paul Walker passed.
Okay. Yeah.
And so the fourth one is filming right now. The Riddick movie is, and they're taking that small break, and they're like, we're going to continue with a show on HBO coming up apparently. So I think Vin Diesel is finally done with the Fast franchise.
But is The Rock?
Oh, another Hobbs and Shaw's on the way.
No.
I didn't say that. I said
right.
Vin Diesel.
Yeah. And that's the thing is like,
the franchise isn't done until The Rock is finished with it. Until he bombs it like Rampage or San Andreas or Skyscraper
or anything else
or CIA or
or The Mummy. Or
Driver,
the WWE,
WrestleMania.
Yeah, my goodness, how dare him? But anyways,
he's really good in the Tooth Fairy and in the game plan.
You know what? I did like the game plan.
I did. I'll never deny it. Stupid is a mean word. All right, it's my towel. It's all me. It's all. I say that once a week.
Yeah.
Since I was a kid, my whole family does it when they're like asking if I can borrow something. Like it's my towel. It's all me.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so great.
The game plan actually. Aaron and Blake, if you watch it. Yeah.
Which one's Blake?
The little girl. I don't know.
Blake's the white guy at the very end. That's like stupid is a mean word.
Yeah, that's exactly right. But yeah, Conor would fit in to the Fast franchise, no problem. And I fully expect him to be in other really bad movies that are fun to watch.
Yeah, this isn't
especially
after
end
his
of his entrance
career.
scene. His entrance scene could have been a Fast villain. Dude. Like, do you think he came up with that, by the way?
A rebadurchi. Just like the weirdest.
I feel like it was him and Gyllenhaal were at the bar and they probably had a book on them. And then, and they were like, picture this, right?
Yeah, they had a big book.
We're in Italy. It's like, but we're in Atlanta right now. No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Picture this, right? I wholeheartedly believe that was his idea, and they brought it they woke the director up in their hotel and was like, "We gotta change location. Hang on,
we've got to show his ass. Hold on, wake up.
Yeah, we have to.
Look at this
2 times.
McGregor's already naked. Gyllenhaal's like next to him. Look at this ass, man.
You have to show this. This is something that has to be seen by the world, and the only I like the fact that the movie started ridiculous and kept its ridiculousness the entire time. It didn't really take itself too seriously. Why was he not in jail? From the beginning.
The sheriff's name being Big Dick was also a very undercut the tone.
That's a Reacher episode in itself. That's a Reacher. So he's like, just Reacher. Okay, well, you can call me Big Dick. And he's like, I'm not going to call you that.
Yeah, exactly.
Something like that.
He had some Reacher lines, man. Like, this piano's out of tune. That was just some Reacher shit after eating 4 punches to the mouth.
Number one, call him Richard, right? Big Richard.
Yeah.
Big Rich.
And then,
excuse me.
No, I mean, what I'm saying is, if I was in the movie, let's call him Big Rich.
Yeah, I'm gonna call you Rich.
Is that okay? Yeah. I don't want to call you that. Can I call you Richard? The other thing is, I found out that scene where it's like, this piano's out of tune. He's like, sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah.
Like, was just improv. Like right on the thing. And I was talking, so I watched it again last night just to get ready for this.
Did you think there was a script to this?
I don't know. I don't think there's a script to the entire movie. Especially,
Okay, cool. Yeah.
And I told my wife, I was like, that's an improv line. She said, they should have cut it out. And they should have. They should have. You know who else they should have cut out? What is that guy's name? Hold on, I'll tell you first. Bob Menery. Just cut Bob Menery out.
I'm so glad you know it. Time out. Hang on. Okay, so I know we're not going to talk about your profession, but in your profession, okay?
Yeah.
I'm surprised. How long have you known about Bob?
I've known about Bob for a long time.
Okay.
Hey, listen, I gotta stay hot in the halls.
No, you're right.
I got to.
You sound like Dallas. You gotta chill. You gotta chill.
What it means is,
I
heard that actually from that phrase, hot in the halls. Mm-hmm. I heard that phrase from Jason Sudeikis talking about his shoe game in Ted Lasso. You work with the college guys in college sports, and they teach you about shoes, and they keep you hot in the halls.
Yep.
So,
okay. I think, what were we just talking about?
We were just talking about Bob Menery. How long have I known about him?
Yes, perfect. Thank you. It is wild that you have known Bob Menery of his content for a long time. Yeah. Have you known him longer than Cody Ko? His content longer than?
I think I've seen more of it like before, but I didn't know. I didn't know who he was. It's just like, line drive right to the nuts or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like
funny voiceover. In my head, you were like, I've known Bob Menery for like 8 years, but like
I can call him.
Have you heard about this Cody Ko kid? I was like, I know your jaw. How did you? That's way more nicer content.
Than Cody Ko is way nicer.
Yes. I'm so glad you pointed that out because people were so confused because when he went on Twitter and posted that he was with McGregor, and people were like, "In what planet? Like you why?
Yeah, you're lying.
Why would you be? Yeah, you photoshopped that. Like, why are you on a yacht with Conor McGregor and Jake Gyllenhaal? And it's like, movie. And he said, I love that he was like, I didn't have that much cut for me. Like, I didn't have anything cut. Like,
and it was just like that one little
thing. So just props to you, my friend. Other people are like, I'm in Roadhouse, like I only have a couple lines, and then it's only a shot, no voice, Like,
right.
So good for him for not only doing that job, but sticking well enough to the script that the director was like, we'll keep his voice in.
And I'll be honest, maybe one of the better lines was his. Just he said like, they're like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm whittling or something. What are you making? And he's like, what are you?
I'm whittling a stick. He's like, what are you gonna make it? What does it turn into?
A smaller stick.
Yeah,
it's like of course. Like, but
that's a good one.
Just the small little off clips were great. You're right.
Yeah. But his part wasn't necessary. Actually, most of the movie wasn't really necessary. No. It didn't really end. Like, what happened to the Roadhouse after?
Yeah, it was just really about him killing Conor McGregor there.
And
wooden stakes.
Didn't even die.
And he didn't even die.
He didn't die.
And then, like, for Big Richard to be like, it's time for you to leave. I got this. And then it's like, this person's dead.
Yeah,
this thing's on fire.
To explain what happened.
You blame it on Knox.
So many people are dead, right? That's true. Then everyone sees, hey, there's the guy that used to work there, bloodied and bruised. I'm sure he has
down the highway.
Nothing to do with it.
Why is that bloody being made on this
bloody
bus for
trail
10 hours?
to his houseboat?
There were several things he did. There were several things he did that I'm like, there's just no repercussions for it. Like, I don't think that you can park on the train track and then like get hit by a train and then just be like, okay, well, I didn't die, so I guess I'm out of here.
I guess I gotta go now.
It's like, and then the next thing he's just, where's his car? He left it somewhere.
Yeah.
And probably there. He just probably fled the scene. Yeah. Maybe.
Probably.
Now that I'm thinking about it. He's not a good guy.
No.
I thought he was a good guy.
He's not.
Not really.
No, like I said, serial killer. I didn't realize. Yeah, Patrick Swayze.
Just realizing right now, he was not a good guy.
No. He was an anti-hero.
I was blinded by how jacked he was. Yeah. He's just not good.
I wanted him to beat up Conor McGregor so bad. I didn't care what he did to get to it. I just wanted that fight.
Yeah. And the fight was good.
Yeah, the fight choreography genuinely was great.
Really good.
Yes, because really Conor is a real fighter.
Yeah, and I also love that Gyllenhaal was like, "Oh yeah, Conor hit me a lot."
Yeah.
Like he didn't.
I didn't tell him.
He hit me a lot of times, and a lot of it's on film.
Yes.
Like he hit me a lot.
The cool thing was like the bit of stuff that are like realistic.
Yeah.
That I like about it, because you think of that and you're like, where are you going with that? Because there's nothing realistic about that movie. Mm-hmm. But the fact, like at the beginning, whenever he was like, Post Malone was like, I'm not fighting him.
Yeah.
And then everyone was like, come on, why won't you fight him?
Yeah.
Like time and time again, like listening to like interviews of UFC fighters and stuff, like people think they can actually take them in fights.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
All the time, people think
yeah.
they can actually take them in fights, and so for him to be like, "No, I'm not fighting him,"
was the most realistic part of the entire movie.
And then everyone's like, "Come on, you little scaredy cat! You're like, get in there and fight him. I'd fight him."
And then everyone's like, "He was like, I'm not fighting. Do you know who that is? I'm not fighting." Yeah. No, Post Malone's the greatest fighter in that county.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
But he's not from that county.
No.
No.
And it's crazy that
Missoula,
like
apparently.
Yeah, Missoula. Which, by the way,
what
I've
a
been
name!
to Missoula.
What a name drop!
I've been to
Not
Missoula.
Impressed.
And guess what? It's beautiful. I don't think there's
I don't really think that's where you're from.
That's a small town. Bro.
Actually, Sugar Sean O'Malley's from Missoula.
Maybe that's why they did it.
It might be
out of respect, just
maybe
not really respect, but maybe he was on set.
Yeah,
maybe they were friends.
Maybe he was there. He was like, "Hey, say he's from Montana."
I mean, maybe Sean's a avid book reader as well. You know,
maybe
what I mean?
so.
Yeah. I heard he's very, very literate. I heard it. Man loves the Twilight series. You know,
what a compliment.
Can we talk about how the main bad guy is just Emperor Kuzco?
To the younger guy?
Yes, yeah. A small child.
Because he was so Timothy Oliphant coded to me. Like, I feel like they wrote that character for Timothy Oliphant for some reason.
I like
the shave scene, especially. I was just like, that's Timothy Oliphant.
His crazy eyes alone, Timothy's eyes. I can see him doing that in the.
Yes, that's a lot of the mannerisms.
So his whole thing, right, was I need to get this roadhouse gone so that I can build this thing for myself.
It was
which is exactly what Emperor Kuzco did. He needed that house.
Exactly what you
he needed that house gone so he could build his water slide into the pool. And he was like, I'm gonna knock down their house.
And I'm gonna put a pool, an infinity pool, right?
Yes, yes. And so that's the thing. He's like, I need to build something for myself. I'm gonna get these people out of here. They're the last holdout.
That's incredible.
Yeah, I love that so much.
I hadn't thought about it from that way, but that is. Yeah,
that's what it is. I mean,
shit.
Yeah, that's Kuzco.
It's also the Johnny Knoxville and Sean William Scott Dukes of Hazzard movie.
Okay,
where it's like they see like, look, he's got their farm. Only left is us.
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
Just Boss Hogg's trying to take their land to build just for to mine the whole fucking town. Like it's just.
Exactly.
It was his character was so one-dimensional and childish that like I was seeing him immediately. I was like, he's gonna die.
Yeah. How did he not? How did
he not? I don't get
die from the impact alone
of the boat crash.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah. Getting thrown on the ceiling is crazy.
No, more realistic. How did he not die during the shave scene? Because I noticed
he got like 3 times.
He wasn't going up when one of the boats when the boat moved at once. He went over, and I was like, oh, he just watched his boss die. Credits roll.
So you mean to tell me?
Yeah.
That Jake Gyllenhaal can punch someone in the neck, which you have done.
I have done.
And you didn't kill anybody. No. But someone slices someone's neck and they didn't die.
Yeah.
Inconsistency. You know what? Now that I think about this, I don't like this.
Yeah. We've slayed
our whole opinion is
we're just going to boycott Amazon films now.
Post Malone was great.
Post Malone genuinely was so good, and I love that he made a song specifically for the movie.
Yeah, the music in general in the movie was really damn good.
Yeah,
it was a really good soundtrack.
Very surprised.
Yeah.
Very
Weaving
surprised.
it in that way with like the bands playing at the Roadhouse was a cool ass way to do your soundtrack.
I also was it being a Southern Florida film. Mm-hmm. Watching it, the level of excitement I had. I texted Silva because I was like, dude, I watched your Roadhouse, and there's not like a single bad rapper on the soundtrack. Because like Lil Pump, Gucci, like all these people are from South Florida. Gucci's not from Florida. I'm so sorry. Not Gucci. Fucking Lil Pump, Ski Mask, like all these really bad lean SoundCloud rappers are all from Florida. Kodak Black, they're all like popular. So I was expecting a really shitty like rap song, like. If all the Migos were still alive, I was expecting 5 songs minimum on that shitty soundtrack. Like just something crazy, like "Hit You Like McGregor," just something wild and dumb that didn't need to be on the soundtrack. I'm glad that they brought it to the live bands. I'm glad like the soundtrack alone. I'm glad they got the right artist for the like that rock feel. Like Post Malone killed it for that was the best song of the soundtrack, and then the live bands alone were.
Yeah, they were good. Now. I've played live shows before.
Yes.
You continue to play live shows. Do you stop if like all heck breaks loose?
If I have the mic in my hand, it's a problem because I'm no Billy Badass. But I'm Dougie Big Mouth, and I will say something real quick. And that scene where Knox was coming through the fucking fence.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I am Spartan kicking his nose through the back of his head.
Yeah. Stay away from me. But they don't stop playing.
No.
Never. They're all like, oh, well, this guy's getting stabbed. Who cares? We're just going to sing our ditty.
It's got chicken wire. It's okay. Yeah.
It is Florida, so they might be used to seeing that stuff.
And they're like, oh, we ain't bothering them, except for that one guy that pulled the knife out. Like that was the only, you know what I mean? But everyone else, it was just bar fights, not at the band, so it was just...
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that Southern Chicken song was so fucking good,
dude. That to me. So you said that one was the best, the Post Malone song. Yeah. I thought that song was the best.
For sure, that was the best song that like throughout the movie, 100%. The best song on the soundtrack that I was able to hear. Like I played it again was the Post Malone song. I wholeheartedly agree with what you're saying.
Yes. Yeah.
And then the black lady, I can't think of the song she did. She did like her own rendition of something. Something about being down in New Orleans, but that's not the original like words. And I loved it. It felt so real. I was like, I was expecting a band to do a cover or something. That's what you hear at a bar. It's never original stuff mainly.
Yeah, exactly.
It's always people doing like Nickelback covers or something crazy. Shout out Nickelback.
Maybe you'll get a fast car in there every once in a while. Which is great. Go to a live show. But yeah. This fantastic music.
Absolutely. That truck scene drove me up a wall.
Truck scene was
I didn't even notice it. I watched it on a screen so small anyway.
I understand. That probably would have swayed my opinion on it because I watched it on a big old flat screen. And I went.
It looks bad.
I talked about Post Malone CGI earlier. What was that about? Because I must not have noticed
the fight scenes of him throwing the guy, or like, and then like the punch, like this. I think the Superman punch. I think was a little bit of CGI, or like.
Well, all of it was. So basically, they it's like a new way of like filming fights.
Yes,
no one else has done it yet. So it looked more like really good Mortal Kombat.
Yes.
Instead of
I like
what movies actually look like.
But it should have been.
And so I'm giving it a break. It looks bad. I'm giving it a break because someone's got to walk so that someone else can run.
Okay, exactly. So I'm glad you bring that up 100% because
but the truck scene, there was no use for that. No, we've done car crashes.
That was Ant-Man 3, Thor 4, the Marvels level bad CGI. That was no. That was a no. You should be ashamed.
I did it. Myself.
Yeah, I believe it.
The same. Yeah. I don't know how to work. I don't know.
I know a girl from our high school that could do that perfectly, okay? She drove into our school once. She could have done that scene without
And on the next podcast, we will talk about that.
Gosh,
because just like how Dalton didn't get in trouble for killing a bunch of people.
She didn't get in trouble.
I don't feel like anyone got in trouble
for almost killing the yearbook teacher.
Yeah, I feel like no one got. And he said, "Actually, you know what? They stole that from then."
Yeah,
because he said, "There's something wrong with your leg," and he said, "You're a bad driver." He's like, you're a bad driver. I don't know what to tell you.
You're a bad driver.
And also, if Jake Gyllenhaal would have listened to Chael Sonnen. You guys know who Chael Sonnen is? Mm-mm. So he's a retired UFC fighter.
Okay. The dude that talks trash but doesn't curse.
Yes.
He's a white guy. Yes, I know exactly. One of the best trash talkers in the game.
Oh man, funny.
I know exactly what you're talking. He was on Ultimate Fighter.
Yes.
There's a scene of him saying, "I can't let you get too close."
Exactly. That guy. So that's what I want to talk about. That I can't let you get that close.
Yeah.
Because Connor says, "Don't let anyone get this close."
He goes, "I'm going to tit for you."
Yeah, there you go.
Don't ever let anybody get this close.
Yeah, exactly. And then number one, the fight's over right there. That's broken his nose. He can't see. He can't breathe. The fight's over.
Yeah.
But not in Roadhouse. Not in Roadhouse. Never. The fight's never in Roadhouse.
I have been the recipient of one of those. Okay. And I have been very blessed to be able to do it to someone that really didn't expect someone to ever do that to them. Because I expected the person that did that to me, I wholeheartedly believed that they were going to do that to me.
Yeah.
My mouth said, yeah, I deserve someone to stop this any way they can. And that boy said, boom. Halfway here, I went, oh, he's laughing. There's no way. And halfway here, I went, oh, and then that's it. That was it.
And John, he sneezed in your mouth.
John carried me out of that fucking party.
Oh gosh.
John said, "You did a no-no." I said, "Yeah,
That's weird that your friend was like, you messed up.
Oh yeah, no.
Instead of like, hey man, like.
Oh no. Yeah. John, I remember John going like that because he knew he's not getting himself into trouble for what I said. I got stabbed one time and like I was 14 because I said a no thing at a party to someone behind me, and that boy went over and just got me. And I went, oh, you just can't say stuff certain places. Yeah. Got it. And I learned at that point, you just got to learn from your surroundings.
Yeah.
I'm more of a hands-on learner apparently.
Yeah. And someone said, do you want me to take you to the doctor? And you said, no, I got it.
Someone said shut up, and I thought they said stand up, and it was just complete misunderstanding.
Yeah.
Like one time I got knocked out by a little person.
Perfect.
Yeah, because we were at Roosters and someone had said something to him and I had said something to the dude and he thought I said something wrong and I went, huh? And he was like, what'd you say? And it was loud, so I went down. If someone that little says, what'd you say? And you lean down, just know you get what's coming to you. Because that boy went and just clocked my chin because that's about as high as he got to hit. But like that boy hit me and I went
right on the button.
And oh man, I went to the ground and landed on my shoulder. And when I landed on my back, I saw him get over me and hit me once and go, what the fuck? And he got up. He was like, how dare you say that? I told him what happened. And he went, oh man, I'm so sorry. Like I thought you said this. And I went, what? No, you should have hit me then. No, I didn't say that at all. No.
You should. I didn't say that.
Yeah.
But you thought I did, so good on you.
100%, yeah.
He's like, here you go. Yeah. That's fine.
No. It was.
You are equal, yeah.
Yeah. And I feel no embarrassment about
I could have tossed you like a kid.
Yeah. I feel no embarrassment about you knocking me out.
No, I didn't have any weed. I bought the pitcher of Budweiser. It was $5. I was like, I'll buy you a pitcher. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for the misunderstanding.
Yeah. You seem like a kind person. Like no matter where you're at, you seem like you're pretty kind.
No. So. Yes and no. I don't like bullies. I don't like.
Well, come on. Yeah.
I'm very verbal about it now, based off everything, just because I don't. People allow too much nowadays, and I don't like that. And so
it's wild.
And I'm very. What'd you say?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay. I just want to double check. Yeah, I'll lose a fight. I will gladly take my ass beating.
Yeah.
But the premise is you're not going to say something or do that around me again because you know that I am ready to lose at that point.
Well, here's the thing.
Because if you're a mean person and if no one's called you out on it, I will be the first person to call you out on it because I'll always expect and allow people to call me out if I'm doing something wrong. It's what's caused me to be the better man I am today compared to the person I was, like a decade ago or even 5 years ago before COVID. It's people have to learn for the better, whether that is however the universe grants them access to being a better person. And I've learned through a couple of headbutts or a couple of, situations where it's like, oh, I can't say certain things. Never anything super crazy, but it's usually just talking trash. Like, thinking that it's not as serious as it is to that person.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, okay. There's always someone's always a little bit more angry than you.
There might be a Hartford thing. Now, here's the thing, though. People need to understand that we came from a school that at one day they said, if there are 2 more fights, we're shutting school down.
This is a funny goal to give everybody.
And number one, don't ever tell that to kids.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to send you guys home before lunch if there's 2 more fights. Because now
instantly,
friends will just fight each other just to go hang out at their house.
Yeah.
Together.
1,000%.
They punch each other to go play 2K.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
What a unique fucking place Hartford was.
Oh my goodness. I want to talk about that.
Well, I guess we should probably wrap it up then.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get into the next one. Because, ladies and gentlemen, this has been an incredible episode of Saturday Morning Cartoons, Roadhouse edition. Not fully Roadhouse, I guess. It's more Conor McGregor. It's
so good.
If Steven Seagal would have made that movie, it would have made so much more sense. Does that make sense?
Sure.
A bad Steven Seagal movie was what Roadhouse should have been.
Yep.
Instead, they were like, let's give it to some younger guys.
Yeah, and Jake Gyllenhaal was great.
Yeah, great. Conor McGregor, he did okay. You know, it's all we joke a lot, but
highest paid first time acting role ever. Did you know that?
No, I did not.
Do you have your phone?
Yeah, I do.
Google how much he made for that. He's the highest paid first appearance actor of all time.
Conor McGregor earned at least $5.5 million for his acting debut in Roadhouse, becoming the highest paid first-time actor ever.
Yep.
McGregor's acting performance received immense critical acclaim, outshining the
lies,
outshining the Rotten Tomatoes score.
Okay. We need that part.
Brought it back around.
I had to finish it. Had us in the first half. Yeah.
No. Okay, you rascals, man. Yeah. I was like,
What a way to phrase it.
Yeah. Which is insane. Conor McGregor, man, way to get a bag. Way to get a bag for that. That's more than your contract for a UFC fight. So I respect it.
I would imagine so.
Yeah, goodness gracious. Shout out to Conor McGregor. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been an incredible episode of Saturday Morning Cartoons. Thank you so much to Brad for stopping by. I can't believe that you're here. It's an absolute dream. We are going to be back for another episode of Hartford Has-Beens with Mr. Brad himself. I hope you guys are all doing well. This has been Doug. This has been Ray. Please drink plenty of water. Be safe. Have a good time. And remember, once Jocks is on the knob, it's never better, baby.
Hey, what happened? Why are those squiggles on the screen?
Those are called end credits, Patrick.
End credits? But I don't want it to end!